Audit Podcast, WATP.
Chad was caught in a lie this past week. I know.
What?
How's that possible? And so Chad Zumock put this video together that I want to show you a couple pieces of. And I love the way he starts these videos.
People say I lie. I had one lie, and I'm now like deemed the liar because of the Kumia's country.
So Chad claims there's only one lie that he's ever told. That was the one that, thank you, Patrick Melton. I think that's when you and I first started talking, was when you really pressed him on that story and he finally confessed, like, okay, fine, I wasn't jumped by guys who are Kumia fans. You got me. But let's think about all the lies, because I wrote down a few that I remember. Maybe you can fill in some of the blanks here. I remember when he said he bought a gun. He posted a photo of a gun store or something on his Twitter.
Yeah.
He said that recently, he said that both me and Patrick Melton got his live show canceled at, the Super Bowl blast they were doing in Atlantic City.
He said he made fun of me for having security cameras around my house, and then said he was getting security cameras around his house because he lied about somebody banging on all his windows at all hours of the night. So he made a lie on top of another lie. Someone's banging on my windows all night. No police reports, even though he said there were police reports.
He says police come to his house every week.
Cameras. And Chad's the kind of guy, again, I say this because he lies so much that when he is telling the truth, he shows proof. When he has proof, he shows proof.
Yeah, he can't wait to show
every
you.
Other time he's lying.
It's crazy. He had 5 police officers show up to his house the other day. He had to stop his stream, and then he went on and was walking down the street and talking about it. And Cardiff, because it's public record, checked to see if there was any police action even on his street, and there wasn't. So, again, just like lies that don't even do anything for him. He just lies.
And another one that he does that's a big lie. Like, so the things that the big milestones of criminal activity in his life, him falling asleep behind the wheel of a car and running into a tree, which caused him to lose his job. He had other drunk driving without a license and stuff violations like a year later. And then like the stealing the credit cards thing. He was arrested at Westfield Shopping Center with the cards on his person. You can go read that police report. But he pleads all this stuff down, and then he retroactively claims like, oh, I never got a DUI. I never drunk drove. It's like, you did fall asleep in a car at 3 a.m. drunk and hit a tree.
He literally said he was just tired.
Well, he pled it down to reckless operation. Yeah. So he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, he's like, I didn't steal any credit card. You can't prove that because it all got pled down to like plea deal stuff. But it's like they arrested you with the cards and IDs on you. Like, what are we doing? There's video. There actually surveillance footage of you stealing liquor from a liquor store. Yep. There's police reports of you stealing sandwiches from Whole Foods. And when he makes deals on this stuff, he thinks it didn't happen. He gets to go back and tell the story that it didn't happen.
I've seen the emails of him telling a woman to off herself. And when you call him on it, he goes, you should have seen what she wrote back to me. Like, I don't care.
And she didn't off herself.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, what do you want?
And one of his defenses for that is that she's mentally ill and was going through a lot of stuff. And it's like, yeah, all the more reason not to
makes it much worse.
Tell her to do that.
Right. He also said he could easily afford a house in my neighborhood if he wanted to buy a house in my neighborhood.
Said he could drive to Atlanta anytime he wants. Yep. I could drive to Atlanta right now if I wanted to. It's like, whoa.
That's probably true. He said he got money back from the IRS on his taxes for some reason. He said he got a credit card with a very low interest rate.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he knows how credit cards work. He doesn't know how taxes work. And he said he didn't insert himself in the Nikki Glaser show in Rochester that Mark told us all about, how he put himself on the bill and then went to promote it on morning radio without the Comedy Club's permission.
Yep.
And he never called Anthony Cumia live on air and tried to go to Chrissy Mayer's and Anthony Cumia's show to clown on them. Instead, he tells that story now. He's like, Cumia and Chrissy Mayer got me banned from the Orlando Improv. No, you called Anthony Cumia live on his show and said you were going to go up there to clown on them.
He also, because I was there, during the day, he texted Gino and said, watch out, I'm going to be at the show tonight. He emailed me and said, watch out, I'm going to be at the show tonight. And then when he claims that we got his show canceled, like, guys, why are you being dicks? Why don't you just let the show happen? What's your problem?
Cry bully. He's the biggest cry bully there is.
Right. All right, so he's doing his show, Cumia's Cucks, and he's trying to snipe Kevin Brennan's Traffic Court. because as we know, Kevin got those 4 tickets on his way to Atlantic City when he was in a hurry. And so he's trying to show on his show, the Zoom meeting, and listen to what he says happens.
Uh-oh.
It's right there. You saw him X out of it.
Something happened. Something happened. They stopped the recording altogether.
So he says they stopped the recording altogether, and they must have figured out that he was sniping it, and so they shut it down. We all saw him X out, but he claims, "Oh, gosh, what just happened? I just got knocked out of this thing. It's so weird."
We're breaking up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go through a tunnel. But then he admits when he's on MLC later that scary man that we just saw on the screen sitting in his car spooked him.
Oh,
I wonder if I can get in trouble for that.
No, I'm sorry. Before that,
No, because Win by 2 did it, and everybody.
Before that, he's talking about how, oh shit, they saw that I was doing that. I wonder if I can get in trouble for sniping Zoom, because you aren't supposed to rebroadcast court, I guess.
I wonder if I can get in trouble for that. No, because Win by 2 did it, and everybody else did it to Nick Rekieta in April. They kick you out because they heard recording has stopped. Fuck. Sorry, guys. I tried my best to bring content.
Did you see that little grin? So he reads a comment that says they kicked you out, and he goes, someone's buying it. Now I have collaboration on this. Look at that smirk.
it's working.
So easily he went into that.
They're falling for it. So now we get to him on MLC telling the truth.
So I was having a tough time with StreamYard and everything because people couldn't hear what was going on. So I was just kind of playing with everything. And then at one point, the judge cuts to that crazy guy, and then all of a sudden it said, recording off, or recordings off or whatever. And I saw that guy. I was like, oh, it looked like a cop because he looked like he was in a cop car. I thought I was busted. I was like, oh, shit.
No,
and then
he had a cage behind him.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm fucked. Like, I thought that one guy, what was that dude who got in trouble with Aaron Emholt? Ethan Ralph. So I immediately logged the fuck off because I thought I was busted. I was scared.
He thought the cop, who wasn't a cop, this is one of the guys who was in court for traffic violation, doing it from his car. He thought the cop was staring at him, even though his camera was off, his audio was off. But he thought the cop was like, I see you, Chad.
Oh, shit, I'm pulled over.
Yeah. So he got spooked and closed out of it, and then lied immediately to act like they shut it down.
Like, if they know you and know who you are, and you've already committed the crime, it doesn't matter that you stop doing the crime now. If you can't be smoking crack, and a cop comes up to you and sees you smoking crack, and then just drop the crack pipe and be like, no harm, no foul. Like, we're all good now.
But he literally admits that he got scared and ran away. And they talk about how there was that bench warrant for Ethan Ralph, who was sniping Nick Rekieta's, or no, maybe it was Aaron Imholt's court.
Aaron Imholt,
case.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Aaron and his lawyer told on Ethan Ralph.
Right. And what's crazy about this is I live in a world where Kevin Brennan not only knows who Ethan Ralph is, but knows more of the details than Chad does.
Why? Ethan Ralph got in trouble for doing...
He was fucking with Nick's court case or something.
Yeah, but he was in another country, right? Wasn't he in Mexico?
I don't know the details. I really don't.
I don't know. He was in Mexico and he couldn't get back in.
See, I've been a good boy for a long time. I don't want to ruin that streak, so I'm not fucking around. You got no points. They would have took away my license, my car. I would have went to...
They would have taken away your car?
Yeah, that's not... Court doesn't do that.
Yeah, this is a guy with more experience with criminal court than any of us, all of us combined. And he thinks that by streaming the Zoom call, they take their car?
To be fair, he might be getting confused with the bill collector that was calling him live on his show.
That's right.
So maybe there's a repo situation going on, and he's confusing it with the criminal court.
That's interesting because why would you think about your car? But that debt collector call really backfired on him.
It's all I got.
But listen to him explain what really happened here.
No, he was a suspect.
Yeah, well, he looked like he was a cop, and I just got busted for sniping your court, so I got scared and ran.
He even kept just like, Jesus, dude. The fuck is wrong with you?
Same thing he used to do when I used to snipe him. He would like shut it down. He would hide. He wouldn't come on camera, and then he would eventually shut his show down because he'd just be like, I didn't want someone watching me who doesn't enjoy it. It's the same reason he hides his show. If he catches me live, this happens all the time where we're like watching a clip of his or something, he pulls it down. Can you imagine being that secure? There's a guy watching my content who doesn't like me, so I'm going to unpublish it because I have so few fans in a genuine sense. It's not really going to make a difference.
Fragile.
The Isotopes are performing tonight at Skylark, and I guarantee you there's going to be somebody in there, maybe multiple people, who don't enjoy my band. We're not just going to shut it. I don't think the bartenders enjoyed this, guys. Let's stop it right now. We can't do this anymore.
You are right. I will be there.
Oh, thank you, Lucy. Wait, that wasn't a stuff. So this is the last clip that I have from here, because the next day, Chad watches Aaron show that Chad's a liar. And so Chad gets mad at Aaron and reacts in only the way that Chad can, by being wittier and fun. No, I'm kidding. None of those things. Oh. He actually just has a meltdown.
That's why, Aaron, you will always be a loser. You'll always come in last. You'll always make the worst decisions. The reason why you're in this mess right now is because you decided to come after me. You realize, do you understand, Aaron Emholt, Steel Toe, you dumb fuck, that you would not have Patrick Melton in your life if you decided not to come after me? Do you understand? I didn't talk to Patrick Melton for a year, a legit year, besides a few texts from him. And then all of a sudden, he started coming around because he saw you coming after me non-fucking stop. Every decision you've ever made your entire life has backfired. From your first marriage with Ashley Rue, where you cheated on her when she was fucking pregnant, and then all the way to you dating that crack whore, to you deciding to swing and do cocaine with Nick Rekieta, to violating restraining orders. It's all on you. You did this, motherfucker. You did this. I'm the reason why your life sucks. If you decided to keep your fucking mouth shut and try to get in with Carl and Columbia, you wouldn't even know who I was. You did this, bitch. So fuck you and fuck your coverage of this. Nope, didn't confirm it. I thought I got kicked out. And then I clicked out.
All right, so now he's backpedaling even on that. What was he saying? That Aaron's the reason why Aaron's life sucks, but Chad's taking credit for it?
Yeah, that was. I was very confused by that.
I was drawn to the fight between Aaron Emholt and Chad Zumock because I was following Chad Zumock when we worked together in 2021, and Chad was acting like an insane bitch. If you go back to when I first started covering Steel Toe, I was just like, this guy Aaron is making Chad act like the biggest scaredy little bit. Chad was bitching and moaning. This guy's after me. Again, cry bully. You know, he's the mud shark and going to tell everybody how it is. But Chad was the one on Twitter having complete bitch meltdowns. And that's what attracted me to the whole situation. Like, look at this bitch. Just completely melting down over a guy just talking about him and playing clips of him on the show.
We just saw it happen just here. Just happened this week.
And slowly, you know, I started to realize Aaron Emholt wasn't all that he seemed. Initially, I thought Aaron Emholt's just a cornball Midwestern broadcast guy or local radio guy now on the internet. Whatever. Him and his wife talk about what's going on at the local mall and the weather and local political stories. Like, so be it. But then they got onto this Chad guy, and then Chad was like having meltdown. So he's saying like basically them making fun of Chad and having that feud with Chad is what attracted me to it, and I've destroyed Aaron Emholt. So like Chad's taking credit through that, I guess, as a proxy.
Okay, is that what he said? I was very confused how we got there. Okay, that makes sense.
You did a great job of explaining that, but also that is nonsense.
Well, yes, of course. It's a weird way to take credit for something too. Yeah. Be like, yeah, I told the guy who's really successsul, I told him to do that.
I did it.
Yeah, well, so that's me. It's like I accomplished
an interesting pivot from where Chad was, like when April got when they got divorced and arrested and all that stuff. Because Chad was pounding his chest, being like, "I did this to you." Right. And now he's saying, "I attracted Melton to this world, who did this to you."
It's like he changed his story or something. It's almost like,
but he still gets to be involved.
It's almost like he's lying.
Also, like, I don't know if he watches Steel Toe, but like the dude's never been more on top. So I don't know what you're.
Who are these podcasts?